Happy Double or Nothing Day, everyone. It's time for the All Effing Wrestling Show. What's on the show today?
Well, we got the news, of course, and then we get into predictions in this basically an all TDS edition of the All Effing Wrestling Show.
We are the Deadly Saints. Hit the music.
Hit it, Zach.
Zachary.
Coming to you live from the FN Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown.
It's the All Effing Wrestling Show.
With your hosts, Canada Dry and the JFB.
Tell me how it's priced. Tell me if the item is for sale. And tell me.
Good morning, afternoon, if I don't see you till later. How you doing? I am, of course, too sweet to be sour. I'm the JF.
B. I'm, of course, that gingered up bubbly son of a bitch. I'm the holder of the Glove of Power trophy. I'm Canada Dry, damn it.
Yeah, and of course, we are joined by two members of the Deadly Saints, the only faction that matters, the reigning, defending, and this year repeating faction warfare champions. We're joined, of course, by, she is one hot mama. We're talking about DollyWood. What's up, Dolly?
Yeah. Hello.
And then we are joined by the effing expert, and we got a cat. That's not Fruit Cat. And we are joined, of course, by the effing expert, Mr. Isaac. Say hello to everybody in TV land.
Good afternoon,
cat
ladies
matchup.
and gentlemen. We got cats galore here, everybody. Welcome
Got
to the
cats
show.
galore.
It is literally a cat convention as we speak right now. Best in show, best overall performance. We'll be handing out the ribbons at the end of the show, of course.
Best fruit cat.
dressed. Forever best dressed. Little Cam Newton.
I
They need
love
their own little square on the show.
I love that his name is Cam Newton. That is absolutely hilarious. I saw you were at the Braves game the other day.
Yes.
How was it?
It was amazing. Well, my dog's name is David Justice. So
Of course.
we just like Southern sports here in this house. Yeah. We went to see the Dodgers play because Alex is a huge Dodgers fan. Has like this awful tattoo on the back of his leg. This like the LA symbol. And marrying him anyway. He wears pants most of the time. And
Most of the time. That's the
and then we
distinct
saw the
factor.
Phillies the next night. So they won both those games. It was the best.
Well, you just get a Braves tattoo on your leg at the exact same place.
What?
Get a Braves tattoo in the exact same place he has his LA Dodgers tattoo.
Oh, we got the greatest bobbleheads ever of
Oh.
Andre 3000 and Big Boy.
That is freaking awesome. You got the Outcast. All right.
Yes, they're
Yeah,
the coolest. They had
Outcast,
this
baby.
special food truck that was selling like fish and grits and like all this great like Outcast inspired.
Nice.
Food. It was amazing. Atlanta's always a good idea. If you've never been, go to Atlanta. It's
It
always
is,
good.
it is a beautiful stadium. I went there last year. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have a pretty packed show. I mean, this is a big, huge sports weekend. Not only do you have the Monaco Grand Prix, which was won by Red Bull, boo. You have the Indy 500 happening right now. We had Night of Champions, which we'll do a quick recap. We have NXT is tonight. AEW is tonight. So, but the show is only about AEW because Night of Champions, not so good. Was kind of a snooze fest. But AEW is going to nail it.
And it's a tradition. We always do the prediction shows.
Yeah, we always do predictions. Now, before we get into the news and our predictions, of course, we have to talk about the bet. Now, normally me and Canada Dry, we like to put up 50 bones, pay for the pay-per-view. We decided to up the ante, if you will, and we are going to $100. That is like 5 million pesos in Mexico.
So we're doing the American money this time. No cheaping out on Canadian dollars. Send me 100 loonies. That's bullshit.
Yeah, our debt ceiling is so bad that there's a good chance your Canadian dollar is probably worth a little bit more than the American dollar.
Not yet. You guys are still okay for now.
Yeah, we're going to So, does DollyWood and the effing expert have a bet as well?
Yes, we do.
Go ahead and throw it out there, DollyWood.
We will just be doing the regular 50, but we will also be exchanging like whiskey from our states. So I'll send him some South Carolina whiskey. He'll send me some Kentucky. It'll be good.
Ooh,
So this could be over $50 possibly. This could be like close to 100 then.
Not if I lose, I will be sending him the cheapest shit I can find.
She's going Costco. She's going to buy that Costco South Carolina whiskey.
The smell alone will just make him vomit. It'll be
We're going to do the bottom shelf bourbon.
Yeah, it may or may not have gone through a radiator at some point, but by God, yes, it's still whiskey.
So you're from South Carolina, Dolly?
South Carolina, originally, yeah.
And then, Evan Expert, where are you from again?
I am from Kentucky, where 98% of the world's bourbon is distilled.
Right.
Yeah.
So possibly your bourbon's going to be better than what she's going to offer.
Definitely.
The bourbon that he ingests and then pee-pees out is better than anything that South Carolina has ever produced.
Bourbon is the best liquor on the planet, so yeah.
I did a bourbon trail tour with my dad a couple years ago. Holy Christopher Columbus. I remember very little about it. I know that we rented a car. We rented someone to drive us, and it was pretty awesome. I remember getting into the car, and I remember waking up, and pretty much everything else after that is a complete it's a blur. It's like really hazy. There was a goat involved, and somehow we tried to steal a cop car. But, normal dad-son stuff,
Because for those of you who don't know, when you take one of these tours, you get testers.
Yeah.
So, like, they put, like, literally 4 to 6 shot glasses in front of you so you could sample all their products.
Yeah, they do.
So by the end of this thing, you're going to be drunk as a skunk.
Yeah.
I was south.
People don't do the whole tour in one day, right? Like it's supposed to be spread out. You're not supposed to go to every one of them.
That's what the problem was.
It's the hardcore.
Yeah, they're like several miles apart. Like,
Yeah.
Jim Beam will be here, and then whatever, Jack Daniels will be here, and there's 100 miles between the two of them, but not JFB. He didn't care.
We do it hardcore. We do it right. So me and my dad are actually planning on doing a Scotch tour of Scotland. So yeah,
that'll be amazing.
That would be freaking phenomenal. Get trashed in Edinburgh and go see Haney. All right. So before we get to our main event, we gotta do a little house cleaning, and that of course means we have to talk about the news.
From the four corners of the globe, from our studios to your home, this is FNN, the FN News Network, starring Canada Dry and the JFB.
Of course, our news is brought to you by our sponsor. It is called W Energy. If you hit that lull, you want to stay up all night so you can watch AEW's Double or Nothing and see how you predicted against the four of us, you're going to need some energy because that pay-per-view is going to go long, like 4 or 5 hours long. So all you need to go It's the W.GG. There's no jitters, no sugar, no maltodextrin, no artificial colors, no artificial dyes. It is pure as pristine snow. All you need to go to W.GG, enter in our code Effin Wrestling to get 10% off your entire order. That's right, W.GG. Use our code Effin Wrestling, get you 10% off your entire order.
You know which one I'm gonna get?
Which one?
The W Sludge.
Yes, I was looking at that too.
I'm definitely gonna buy that one. That way I can show it on the show. Look, W Sludge.
Yeah, W Sludge. All right. So, who watched Night of Champions last night? Everybody raise your hands if you did.
I watched 1.5 matches.
That's how it's sleep.
It was so predictable. And so I'm glad that we're not predicting WWE because that was the most predictable thing in the world. Seth Rollins won the world championship.
Well, the tag match wasn't as predictable as I thought. I thought
You're not there yet, Aaron.
Thanks.
Yeah, Seth Rollins won. Asuka won the women's championship. Sammy and KO did retain at the result of the Usos. That's right, the Usos. There's trouble in the bloodline.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I thought that they were just going to give it to Roman, and then they would have the battle because they already got a match scheduled. Like, why are you advertising these matches before the story gets told out?
Yeah, because that's called Vince thinking right there, and no doubt about it. I thought it was horrible. I mean, I gave it 1.5 stars. It was just absolute trash from start to finish.
But I did like Asuka winning.
I did too. That was my highest rated match. The Gunther retained, and that was just
You didn't like Rollins against AJ Styles? I thought that was a great match.
I
It was
thought
a good match. It just wasn't the outcome I wanted.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It just didn't move. It was clunky at first, like real clunky at first, and it just it's jet lag. I mean, this is the problem. You're going to have this kind of pay-per-view. Do it in the States. Don't do it overseas where it's a 15-hour flight just to freaking get there. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
That money, JFB.
Yeah, Saudi Arabians, they are mad that they didn't get a chance to buy WWE and have Monday Night Raw and SmackDown permanently in Saudi Arabia. Anyways, I digress.
So.
Mark Henry is in the news. He was on a podcast where he says he wants one champ for both brands in WWE. He thinks that makes it more entertaining. It makes it worthwhile. Canada Dry, your thoughts on Mark Henry's comment?
I agree. You gotta find a way to amalgamate those belts on Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you gotta cut them in half and glue them
together.
Find a way to turn that two belts into one.
Yeah,
maybe have you could have someone steal one of the belts and I guess I'm only one champion.
Yeah, maybe QT Marshall can come in and
yes, I'm working one event just for this.
Dolly, what do you think of Mark Henry's comment?
No, if QT's gonna help him, just make him stay over there. I mean he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Stop living in the past. Like, you don't work there anymore, so why are you talking about it still? But
yeah,
you're such an AEW Mark.
I know. Okay, I'm so glad that you said that. I really hope that Alex is downstairs watching. I hear the Indy 500, but that's like our big joke. Like, that's like our inside joke in our household. You effing WWE Mark. That's like what we call each other, like when we're mad at each other. Mark.
It's e-drones now. That's what you say, the e-drones.
E-drones. I'm so glad that you said that. Yeah.
F and Expert.
Wrong, but
F and Expert, what are your thoughts?
I will speak as the one unbiased member of this entire community. I mean, I can see it both ways, and it just depends on how you book it. I mean, if you want the world champion to be on both shows consistently, then yeah, have one world champion. But if it's going to be like it has been, and Roman Reigns camps out on SmackDown with both belts, and Raw just doesn't have a champion and has no direction at all, then I think you need 2 champions. And I think they made their choice based on how they've been booking lately. And I think it's a little more logical.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think
Willow
that-
not. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think that if they did do that, that it would have to be somebody that wasn't in, like somebody that wasn't necessarily drafted to SmackDown or Raw? Like it would just have to be somebody, or is everyone either on SmackDown or Raw when it comes to WWE?
So there's a few free agents.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few,
Yeah.
yeah.
The free
what do y'all
agents are the people that are injured that creative have nothing for.
Yeah.
And
What
they're
do y'all
garbage.
think that would do to the draft as far as that's concerned? If there just was one, would it still be like some giant SmackDown champion or Raw
Well,
champion?
I think that if that happened, let's say Reigns is on SmackDown. Reigns is the undisputed champion of both brands. He appears on both brands until he loses the title. And then when he loses the title, he strictly goes back to SmackDown.
Yeah.
But this new world title, it's a secondary title because of those 2 belts. 2 is always greater than 1.
Well, they're going to have to get rid of one of them.
Yeah.
That's the point.
At some point, they're going to have to get rid of one. Speaking of the World Championship, the WWE World Championship will not follow the lineage of the other World Heavyweight titles that have been in the existence. If you go to WWE's website, it lists him as the only champion. So all that B crap that they try to shove down our throat about how this was going to continue the lineage is wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
You
Canada
could
Dry.
have gone all the way back to the WCW days, but you didn't.
No, they didn't do squat. Basically, they just said screw it. So, Dollywood, your thoughts on not continuing the lineage of the World's Heavyweight Championship?
So I saw something. It was like some meme that was calling this the damn hair and belt that was just like,
The damn hair belt.
and I love that. I think that's the best way to describe it is the hair belt.
I like that.
Evan Expert, your thoughts?
I would love it if we tuned into Monday Night Raw and Seth Rollins came in and they had the little logo on the screen, Seth Rollins, the new damn hair champion. I think that would be great. I mean, the World Heavyweight title lineage, the WCW Big Gold title, I mean, technically, if you want to get real about it, transferred over to the WWE Universal Championship.
Yeah.
So this new championship is a brand new championship that they're just creating out of thin air. So it has no lineage. It is a legitimate brand new title. So I mean, to me,
they
it
don't
makes
officially
sense.
make the Universal title go all the way back to the WCW days, though, on the roster.
No, but the WWE title does because it was combined with the Big Gold title.
Yeah.
The Universal title was
So
created
freaking
brand new.
confusing.
Yeah.
It's
So like
lineage
the
now.
WWE title with the blue strap has the lineage of the WCW Big Gold title.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
confusing.
We'll in the show notes, we'll do our best of mapping this out for you so nobody gets confused later on.
JFB is going to put together a flow chart that explains everything.
It's going to take up 2 pages, okay?
It's going to take up like 15 pages.
It's like the family tree of the royal family. It's totally not confusing.
It's just a
Somehow
straight line.
I'm in the lineage of the world champion. Somehow.
Willow Nightingale says she wants a rematch with Mercedes Moné when she recovers from her injury. Teddy Long is in the news. Holla, 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 playa. Teddy Long says the Punk thing is with AEW is just a work. That's what he said on a podcast. Canada Dry, your thoughts?
I think some of it is a work.
Yeah.
Like the last couple months, I think that's totally a work. I
Yeah.
think it's just to mess with us and make us think maybe he's not coming. Oh no, is he not coming?
Yeah. Dollywood, your thoughts?
It's very telling that all of a sudden he is so active on social media, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden, he's posting that. Sorry, but he's not a cute dog. That not cute little puppy dog of his. Like all of a sudden, he's getting posted, and he's just playing us. Like I at this point, like even though I want to be like, yeah, CM Punk, like you're for the man, or you're for the people, not for the man. But at this point, I'm like, I'm just like done with him. Like I'm just bored with him. Like you got to come back so big now, because
Yeah.
I just don't care anymore at this point. There's been too much speculation. It's been it has been a year now, right?
It's
Since he
about
was-
Close to it. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Who cares? I've lost interest.
effing expert.
Yeah. I think this is what you call the classic worked shoot. And,
Yeah.
I think Tony Khan announcing that the show is going to be in Chicago kind of plays his hand that it's
Yeah.
a work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So the human injury machine, otherwise known as Ryback, says that he's going to be suing social media companies for shadow banning his accounts, allowing him to lose over 300,000 lost followers. Here's my question. Do we really think that Ryback had over 300,000 followers on anything on social media? Canada Dry?
Okay, here's the fact. Do you know how he lost these 300,000 followers?
He opened up his mouth and decided to start tweeting.
No. He randomly just blocks people to the point that he lost 300,000 followers. I was blocked and I was a supporter of his. No reason. He just blocked me.
I got blocked just because I tweeted to him, "You suck," and that was a block.
That's because me and you follow each other. So it's like, oh, this must be bad.
Yeah, exactly. DollyWood, what are your thoughts on the human injury machine known as Ryback?
No, what a fragile ego he must have if he's out here blocking people just because you say you suck. Hey, did you know that you're a professional wrestler and people say that about you no matter what you do?
Mm-hmm.
People are saying that. People have said that about. There's not one wrestler in the entire universe that somebody wasn't like, that dude sucks. Like
Exactly.
all of them. Like Sting, Goldberg does suck, but like anybody, somebody's gonna be like, that dude sucks. So
Yeah, you can be the best wrestler on the planet and still people are going to say you suck.
Bryan Danielson is the best technical wrestler on earth right now. We might not all four agree about that, but we should. And people are still out there like, he sucks. He's just an old washed up old man. Well, he might be, but he doesn't suck.
Yeah.
So
In your opinion.
in everyone's opinion, because I'm right.
I agree with you, but some people might think you
I
suck.
agree with you as well.
I will make it a 4. Yes.
See,
I agree.
okay. See, so just out of curiosity, who do y'all? Okay, let's just see how many followers MJF has on Instagram right now.
He's got to have at least close to 400,000 or 500,000.
He has 327,000 followers.
Wow.
If he lost 300,000 followers, that like he has over 300,000. He has the ability to lose 300,000.
Yeah.
Ryback, you are not MJF. Get all the way out. You didn't. You can't lose something you never had. To quote one of my favorite rom-coms, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. You can't lose something you never had.
There you go. There you go. Evan, next, what are your thoughts on Feed Me More, Mr. Ryback?
I kind of liked Ryback for a little while when he first started his podcast with Pat Buck. And then he had a falling out with Pat Buck. And then he said he was going to kick Pat Buck's ass if he ever saw him again. And then he just kind of got started to go down this really super egotistical road of I'm the greatest in the world. I don't know if you saw it, but he said on Twitter this week, and I'm going to use my Ryback voice here. If you really want to draw money, you want to hire Ryback because I am a bigger draw long term than CM Punk. And it's like, no,
Did
you're
he
not.
legit say that?
He did. Go back and look at it. He said it on Twitter last week.
Yeah.
He responded to, I think, Raj Giri, and he said that if AEW wanted to make more money long term, they'd bring him in over CM Punk. He's extremely bitter. He's kind of out there. He's kind of been posting some kooky conspiracy stuff about vaccines and all that.
Oh,
He's going down a weird road. I think he thinks he's the Ultimate Warrior 2.0, but I think the Ultimate Warrior had more talent. So he's lost me as a fan, and he does have over 1 million followers just because he says just stupid shit all the time.
Yeah, those right wing nuts.
One of the people also searched for is Wade Barrett. I don't trust this man.
Yeah.
If you're that associated with Wade Barrett, I don't trust you.
Barrett, are you kidding me? Wade Barrett is awesome.
I got some bad news for you.
Total divas. He's a cheater.
I mean, if you look at Ryback's feed, he posts literally every day tweeting Elon Musk, nobody could see my post. Nobody could see my tweet. You're costing me money. He was like begging this week that I take care of my elderly mother and father and I need money and you're lowering my social media impressions. Please do something. I mean, it's getting pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Speaking of guys who won't go away, Sabu has come out and said he's not done with wrestling. I, for one, have a huge ECW fan. I would love nothing more than to see Sabu one more time. That's me in the 90s. Me in 2023 does not want to see this decrepit old octogenarian walk into the ring and literally flip flop into a table on fire filled with barbed wire. I don't want to see it anymore, Sabu. But he says he's not done with wrestling. Nigel McGuinness, however, is talking about maybe possibly making a comeback to the ring. A little too late. Canada Dry, your thoughts?
I want to see Nigel McGuinness at All In wrestle someone.
Yeah.
I would be elated.
Yeah. DollyWood?
I don't have a ton of opinions on this.
Okay.
Just keep going.
FN expert.
You know, I talked about this issue a little bit yesterday on Magic. I think there's definitely a place for Nigel if he wants to come back, if his health is not a problem.
Yeah.
You know, you have the hepatitis issue. That's
Yep.
a bloodborne pathogen. You can't just step in a ring when you have that. So,
Yep.
you know, if that's controlled in such a way that it's not contagious anymore, then sure, let him have a match at Wembley. I mean, the
Yep.
guy's had an incredible career, but if that's still an issue, you just can't do it. He's going to have to
Yeah,
stick to
obviously
commentary.
that has to be checked in first off.
Yeah. And our last bit of news, Gangrel said that in 1999, he was supposed to win the world's heavyweight title, but said that because of a backstage scandal involving steroids and him being in the wrong place at the wrong time, he was not given the rub. Canada Dry, you buying this or not?
I don't think Gangrel was ever that big of a star in WWE.
No.
Like when the Brood was at its high point, you know, they didn't go that far. So
yeah,
is that because of this though? Maybe there was a plan to put the belt on him in the Brood. I don't know. I don't think so, but could be.
Yeah, DollyWood, your thoughts on Gangrel?
I'm just going to spill a little bit. Like, this is kind of an insider secret. There's always been steroids in wrestling. I don't know if everyone here was aware of that. Yeah, wild, right?
Not true.
So I have a real hard time believing that. If he was supposed to be the heavyweight champion in 1999, I'm going to be the heavyweight champion next year. That's the plan.
Wow. Holy
This
cow.
is breaking news.
Breaking
DollyWood is getting the rub next year.
Obama didn't take these good. Watch out, boys.
Effing expert, your thoughts.
All right, guys. I know you've been waiting for this. You gave me the time to do it.
Yep.
This is a big old bunch of bullshit. There's no way that Gangrel was going to win the heavyweight championship.
No.
I love it. I love the censorship. It's amazing. There's no way he was going to win this belt. I mean, hey, you know what? You married Luna Vachon. You made vampire wrestling look cool. You've had a couple really good matches on the indies, but by God, no way in hell are you going to be the freaking, the world's heavyweight
Who was
champion.
the champion in 1999? Is that Stone Cold?
Stone Cold or Triple H, one of those two.
Yeah, or Rock. One of the three.
Yeah,
What year
Gangrel
was it?
was definitely
1998?
on that level.
Yeah. So we're going to catch up really quickly. Joseph Graham's in the house. Says, good afternoon, Dollywood and gentlemen. Joseph Graham did watch it. He said it was predictable, but Roman getting his head kicked off was great and what I wanted. Yeah, I mean, Noob is in the house. It's a fun match, but again, why did WWE split titles when they had a chance? Nana Burns says Punk really tore his triceps. He was also said he was wearing Danhausen's boots during the match with Moxley.
This guy's actually a Gran Torino. This is who that is.
Yeah, that's Gran Torino. Yep.
Yeah.
And then Noob says, I don't want to see Sabu wrestling this year. I don't ever want to see Sabu wrestle, period.
Please don't die tonight, Sabu.
Yeah, please, for
Please.
the love of God, do not take a chair shot
You
and
know,
then die on us.
Sabu dying would just put a damper on the whole thing, right?
The
Now,
only
my-
thing I wish
now,
they had like a Bullet the Butcher in the back. Like, just if he was in a wheelchair, like that's the only other person that can come out, right?
His head looks like he was trying to get the last little bit of mashed potatoes.
yes. Yes.
He and Mox have so much in common.
Oh,
They're just in the
God.
back, like sharing secrets, seeing whose face is thinner right there.
All right, guys, that is it for the news. Let's get into, of course, the main event.
Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Oh, man, boys and girls, children of all ages, are you in for a treat? We have all 4 members of the 7, and we call ourselves the Holy 7. We call
In other
ourselves,
words, the Deadly Saints.
yes, the Deadly Saints, the 7 Deadly Saints. I am, of course, Greed.
I am, of course, Pride.
Yes,
Pestilence right here.
Pestilence.
What are you, Dolly?
I don't know.
You
They're
could be
all
lust.
so bad. Huh? I'm lust.
Like I said, lust.
You're quite popular with the boys in the back. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Because of my back. So
So we are going to predict. We are going to predict tonight's outcome of Double or Nothing. You can consider this to be the pre-show, if you will. In fact, it might even be better than the pre-show. So we're going to go with the first match, which is on the
good
pre-show.
to go. If you're watching this,
Yeah.
we're going to help you make money today.
Yes.
Call your bookie after this, and you are going to make some moolah based on what we tell you today.
Yeah. My uncle Carmine, rest his soul, great booker. He's a great bookie. Always kept his books in order, paid out on time. Knew a couple guys that worked with concrete in case you missed your payment. That's all I'm saying. So,
his name's Carmine. What do you expect?
Uncle Carm. I mean, he was a good guy. He was a good guy. Joseph
Well, yeah,
Grandson-
you got Falcon, but you're really Falcone.
Yes. I'm not saying anything else. So the first match is on the pre-show.
Family ties.
The mafia doesn't exist, okay? Let's not talk about it any further. The pre-show is up first, and it's going to be Ethan Page and the Guns versus the Hardys and Hook. Now, here's the kick. Here's the kicker to this. If the Hardys and Hook win, Ethan Page then belongs to the Hardys. His contract belongs to the Hardys. It's like indentured servitude. Like, if you lose, you got to work for us. And it's just like, this got such a weird taste. Canada, I'm going to go with you first. Who are you going to take?
Well, I like this for Ethan Page to kind of break away from the firm.
Yes.
It'll be a fresh start for him. Ethan Page needs to move onwards and upwards, get those dimples in the main event. So I'm going to go with Hook and the Hardys.
All right. DollyWood, it's your turn.
I'll also be going with Hook and the Hardys. And I agree. I think this is a fantastic chance for Ethan Page, somebody who has entirely too much talent to only be in these little bitty matches that don't even really get talked about a whole lot.
Yep.
He's great. And everything. Like, I think that he's like a really nice person too. That doesn't really matter to everyone, but it makes me feel better to know that, like, when he goes home, he loves on his sweet babies and he's really into toys. And as I sit here and the Toys R Us of Charlotte,
he's Canadian, and that matters.
Yeah. Mr. Isaac, who are you taking?
I am taking Hardy's and Hook because Hook never loses. And I could see them doing this thing where Paige is going to be their butler a la Seinfeld. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen here.
I am going to go with you guys as well. By God, the Hardys and Hook. I just want Ethan Page to get out of this horrible storyline he's currently in right now. That man is the most underrated wrestler wrestling in AEW today, period. And he needs to get a shine once and for all. So, all right, we're all in agreement on that. Let's go to the main show. And I'm going to start with, this is not necessarily the order of which the show will go, but I'm going to go with House of Black versus the Acclaim with Daddy Ass for the Trios Championships. DollyWood, you go first. Who are you taking?
Who do I want to take, or who am I actually taking?
Let's do both. Who do you want and who are you actually going to take?
Who do I actually want to win?
Yeah.
Just scissor me all day, Daddy. It's the family-friendly show. That's a catchphrase. I'm fine to say that.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Hey, it's pay-per-view.
I want the
Anything can
Acclaim to
happen.
win everything. I want the Acclaim to do everything. I just love them so much. I've got my little stickers on my cup. I love the Acclaimed. House of Black is obviously going to win. They're so freaking talented. How do you even have these? They're not even real people. They're just they're statues that you have to fight.
Yeah.
Who could ever beat them?
Nobody.
Anyway, they're amazing too. And I like that they are advocates for mental health, and I like a lot of things that they stand for, but I like the rapping that the Acclaim does, so I want to pick them.
So you're picking the Acclaimed.
Yep.
No,
No,
I'm
she's
not
picking
picking the Acclaim. No, I
Picking
want-
the House of Black.
Okay,
yeah, I'm not
making sure.
dumb. So I'm gonna see.
She's got bourbon and $50 riding on this. She isn't going to play no dummy.
Gotta go with the smart picks.
Yeah.
Right.
Evan Expert, who are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with the House of Black. House of Black is my absolute favorite faction in AEW.
Yeah.
I think they're awesome. I think they're killing it. This was kind of cobbled together at the absolute last minute just to find something for House of Black to do.
Yep.
And for that reason, heavily influences my decision here. I think House of Black goes over.
Okay.
You mean to tell me that you like House of Black better than Best Amigos?
Yes.
That's insane.
With the
I know
best
the
amigos.
Kentucky gentleman, Chuck Taylor, is one of my guys from here in Kentucky, but sorry, I got to go with House of Black.
Yeah.
Best Amigos or Best Friends plus Bandito.
Oh,
That's terrible.
Right.
The best amigos.
I
Canada
didn't know
Dry.
they would call that.
Canada Dry, who are you going to go with? Who are you selecting?
I'm so excited to see how House of Black enters the ring.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it's going to be something special for a pay-per-view. Malachi Black has such a smart, creative mind, and I'm always excited to see what they come up with. So for that reason alone, we're going with the House of Black.
Okay. The JFB is going to go with a House of Black as well for two reasons. One, because Malachi Black is probably one of the great wrestlers wrestling in AEW today. I love Malachi Black. I think he is. I loved him since he was Tommy End in Progress. I was high on this guy for years, but mostly I'm doing it because the hashtag Brody King JFB BFF hashtag. I want to be Brody King's best friend in the world, and the only way this can happen is if I can prove to him through a shadow of a doubt that I am 100% behind Brody King. I want a beer hug from the big guy. I want him to put me in a chokehold. I just want him to be my best friend so he can come and beat up all the neighborhood bullies who terrorize me.
I am excited to hear what Max Caster raps tonight as well.
I am excited, yeah.
Whoever's being mean to you, let's chat off the air because I'm not Brody King, but they better not be being mean to you.
All right, that's it. You
You
got
don't want
DollyWood on.
Dolly coming into your ass. Like,
You guys are going to be screwed.
I told you. Future heavyweight champion. I
Hell
told you.
yeah. Hell yeah. I'm for it.
and she
DollyWood.
knows about the steroids. So
Yeah, and she knows about the steroids. So she might go into a roid rage and you just don't know it.
Don't tempt me.
So now we go to our next match. It's the unsanctioned match, which means the lights are going to be dim. There's no rules. There's no regulations. It's going to be Adam Cole, baby, versus Chris Jericho. Oh, Jeremy, Mr. Isaacs, who you going with?
I'm going to go with Adam Cole. I think, this is Adam Cole's first big match since coming back.
Yeah.
I think he's going to go over here and he's going to move on to bigger and better things. Like I said earlier, I hope Sabu doesn't die because I'm scared to death he's going to do some kind of big spot here. And like, I don't know. It just, the thought of a 60-year-old man like going through a table or something kind of scares me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to go with Adam Cole here. I think it's his moment. I think he goes over.
Yeah. Canada Dry, who you going with?
I'm going with the baddest mama jamma. No. Adam Cole. Adam Cole is going to win this. Jericho at this point is putting people over. But I also think that Jericho needs a few wins right after that to get his star back up because he's taking the L's kind of hard at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Noob & Company says, Adam Cole for the win, baby. And don't have Sabu do anything stupid. Well, that's kind of like asking a dog not to be a dog. Like, don't be a dog, be a cat.
Kind of like asking your dog not to hump your leg.
Don't hump my leg. He's gonna grab on and he's gonna hump it into submission
for dear life.
Yes. So, Sabu, I'm gonna pray for you. Dollywood, who are you taking?
I'd like to take a moment to remind everyone to spay and neuter your pets so that they're not doing what Canada Dry's up here talking about. I'm going to take Adam Cole for the exact same reasons because Jericho's putting people over right now, which is great. That man is almost as old as Sabu himself.
Yeah,
he needs to not be doing all this crazy stuff he's been doing lately. You can't be falling off the top of cage matches and stuff anymore. Yeah, Adam Cole is obviously going to win. But honestly, I don't know how y'all feel about this match. But I'm kind of like not as excited about it as I wanted to be. Like, I want to be so excited that Adam Cole's back. But who cares? Who cares about this garbage? I'm sorry about Britt's face. Well, we get it. You're defending your lady's honor. But like,
yeah, it's a corny storyline.
Right, okay.
The match is going to be entertaining, though. It will.
Yeah.
I just hope that it's not as predictable as Roderick Strong walking outside so that Adam Cole can beat up Chris Jericho.
That wasn't even the high point. The high point was the ice cream in Jericho's face.
Yes.
Oh, I agree with you. Don't think I don't agree.
It would have been just much better if you took a thing of nachos and smushed it in his face. Like that would have been even better. Scalding hot nacho cheese. Yeah.
Him eating the ice cream out of his hand like makes me laugh every time I think about it. It makes me so happy.
So apparently Team 3D will help Cole and Sabu. I don't know about that. Mr. Haney. Maybe. I mean, you never know.
You never know who could show up.
That's true. You never really know who's gonna show up, and
Bully works for Impact though, doesn't
that's a really good point. Because they're gonna need to compete with the JAS at this point. So they're gonna need to maybe have a couple other guys.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be debuts too.
Kyle O'Reilly could be on the show.
That's true, but he's hurt. He's still hurt.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to do much. He just needs to be there, throw a couple punches, and
yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna go with Adam Cole, baby, and because we're on Chris Jericho's swan song. You can paint it however you want to paint it. The fact is that this guy has been putting together dream matches for one reason and one reason only. We're on the tail end. I mean, we're coming to the end of Jericho. And what better way to do it than to start putting on these dream matches? I agree with Canada Dry. He does need to get a couple wins after this. But I think if he can put up a really good violent match and an unsanctioned match against Adam Cole and put Adam Cole over, because, I don't think Adam Cole is 100%. I don't think he's 90. I think he's about 80, 85%, and so Jericho's going to have to do the heavy lifting to make it look like Cole's in charge. So we're going to see, but Whew, man, it makes me sad that Jericho is getting to that riding off in the sunset because I've watched this guy since Smoky Mountain, and it's freaking amazing what he's been able to do in his career. So let's go to our next match. This is for the TBS Championship. I'm talking about my girl, my lady. Woo! Wouldn't mind getting a date with her. Jade Cargill, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to be taking on the, I don't even know what nickname I would give her other than the stiffest working person. She's clunky like a robot. Taya Valkyrie. Canada Dry, you go first. Holy Christopher Columbus, who's going over?
I hate that Taya Valkyrie, like, I not even started it, but I hate that Taya Valkyrie's the latest victim of our Venom. But unfortunately, that last match of hers was not good at all.
It was horrible.
And I hope that she's able to bring her A game because this could be the worst match on the card.
Yeah. This is Alex Haney's time to take a pee. Match.
Take your time peeing, Alex.
Yeah. We know you're watching.
Probably a couple minutes. So
Yeah, we know you're watching.
But I'm going with Jade Cargill here because I want that big 60.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Number Burns says Jade. DollyWood, your thoughts?
There ain't no way that Jade is going to lose this.
Yeah.
Old Boots with the fur needs to take her silly butt on. Where's she supposed to be from? Also, because her name is like Russian, right? But she also has like French somewhere. But then she was speaking Spanish in the ring on Wednesday night. I don't know what's going on with her.
She's Canadian. She's from my home.
She's Canadian.
Okay, that's what I thought. But then she like, what are you doing? Why is she just incorporating all these things? And the boots, man, the boots just kill me. I'll never like her because she wears those awful boots.
Yeah.
There's no way that Jade's going to lose this. And I'm with Hot Take Haney on this. I will be going to the restroom.
Mr. Isaacs, your turn.
When I see Taya Valkyrie's boots, it makes me think of the Berserker.
No.
Yes.
And I just expect her to go, hush, hush, hush. But this is going to be the worst match on the card. I think the result, everybody knows what it's going to be. It's going to be Jade Berg.
Now, if she's like the Berserker, does she win by countout? You remember that? She could only win by countout?
I gotta go with. I'm gonna go with Jade because I'm a big, huge Jade mark, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have a Jade T-shirt which I will be wearing while I'm watching AEW because she's my girl. I mean, she's just yoked. But anytime I see Taya Valkyrie, the reason why she was speaking Spanish because she spent a lot of time in Mexico wrestling for AAA.
I did not. I mean, you have to know so much about this woman to understand all of the things that are coming in at her. But
she is, her boots remind me of Thundar the Barbarian, the cartoon from the 80s. It looks horrible. With the furry jacket and her big hair, she reminds me of like Captain Caveman sometimes. So, I'm just waiting for her to go, Captain Caveman, and then swinging with her club. So I'm going with Jade Cargill. There's no question about this. Taya Valkyrie might have had a chance if she put on a better match on the Go Home show, but that thing was just abysmal. It was horrible. All right, let's go to our next match. We're going to be talking about Anarchy in the Arena. We're talking about the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite. DollyWood, you go first. Who you taking?
This falls into another one of those who do I want to take versus who I'm going to actually take. I want to take Blackpool Combat Club because it's Blackpool Combat Club. It's four of my favorite people in the whole universe. I own three Claudio shirts. I'm the only person besides his mom that owns three Claudio shirts.
Hold on. I have to interrupt you, DollyWood, because I'm confused right now. You like baby faces.
I do, but I also like handsome faces. So
okay. I thought
That
you were a
handsome
baby
John
face
Moxley.
person.
Yeah.
I am a babyface person, but
Except here.
I will do anything for Bryan Danielson, anything in this whole world, because I think that he loves Brie the way that every husband in this world should love their wife. I think he's very, very good to her and very, very good to his babies. And I just really admire him, even though he's kind of like a wackadoo. Like he's so crunchy and granola, and that's great. And that's not the life for me. I need plastic in my life. I'm sorry. He's great. And I think that Claudio. So I was listening to a podcast earlier this week that had Bryan Danielson on it, and he was talking about like how he and Claudio were doing a whole month where they weren't going to complain. And instead of complaining, what they would do was go, ho, 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 ho. And they get so silly. So these giant, silly men, I love them so much because they're not mean outside of the ring. They're just mean inside the ring. So I want Blackpool Combat Club to win. But I think that everybody knows that there's no way that Hangman's going to lose. There's no way that Kenny Omega's going to lose. No way the Young Bucks are going to lose. Like, this is too big of a deal for them. Blackpool Combat Club wins all the time. So they can take one little loss and it'll be okay.
Okay. F an expert, your thoughts.
Whenever they're doing the hoe thing, is Jim Duggan going to come out and like smack Claudio in the head with a 2x4? Is that what he's getting at here? You won't complain anymore, pal. But
the girl can dream.
Well, I got to go with the Elite here. These big matches like this, they're just tailor made for the Elite. They're going to go over here. They're going to go on to continue to be the top babyface faction on Dynamite. And, you know, Moxley's going to bleed.
Yeah. I think he's going to bleed by the time he gets to the arena. I think he's going to come out already bloody, like just dripping and gouged in blood. So, okay. Oh, Alex Haney says, don't be dissing on Duggan, one of the greatest ever.
He lives right up the road from me.
He
lives.
does?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Duggan's
lives
awesome.
up on Lake Wiley.
Mid-South legend, WWE legend.
You didn't ask me, JFB. I got a bit my pick in.
I know. I'm coming to you.
I interrupted. That's my fault.
I'm coming to you. Ken Dry, your thoughts.
I'm glad you asked. I think that what's interesting is that could the other Golden Lover show up tonight for this?
Yeah.
Very possible.
It's
Maybe.
very possible.
So
Very possible.
it's not the reason I'm picking the Elite because they are due for a big W. They've been taking loss after loss.
Yep.
Kenny Omega should have won the cage match, but I think that there's going to be some secrets from BCC tonight. I think there's going to be some secrets from the Elite tonight. They're going to come out, and we're going to see some interesting stuff tonight on that, like stuff we weren't expecting.
Noob says we're not reliving Kingston coming out all bloody up like last year, and then Burns says Moxley will come out like Billy and Predator with a machete across his chest.
Maybe he'll start doing like what the Sandman used to do, and he would smack the beer can over his head, and he would get bloody before he even got to the ring. Moxley would just start taking a cheese grater to his head on the way out.
I'm ready. Piss and vinegar, piss and shit. Let's do this.
Yeah. He'll drink a
Or he
cup
needs
of
to like actually have a mix of piss and vinegar that he just like puts on like cologne.
From AEW Perfumes comes Moxley. Piss and vinegar, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Haney is convinced Hangman is going to turn. I don't know about that, Mr. Haney. I don't know if he's going to turn. I mean, he probably will have to because he can only see out of one eye, so he'll have to constantly be
turn.
turning anyway. Yeah, he'll be going around in circles and stuff because he's only got one eye. So I'm going to go with the Elite as well. I don't like the Elite. I love Kenny Omega. I don't like I'm okay with the Bucks. I do not like Hangman Page. That man cannot cut a promo to save his life. That man's just like, hey,
he and Jungle Boy went to the school of cutting terrible promos.
Yeah. Like, we're going to come for you guys, and then we're going
Listen,
to kick
he
your butt.
just needs drunk Hangman again. When he was drunk, he was entertaining.
That's not a good thing to promote, though. That's not like it's 2023. Like we can't be promoting that kind of stuff anymore.
That's
even
a
though
good point. That's a good point.
yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Elite. I think they take it. I think this is going to be one hell of a match. I don't know if it's going to live up to Stadium Stampede, but I think it's going to get real close. I think it's just going to be a pure, unadulterated, bloody, just beating each other up match.
Please do not play Wild Thing like for the first 10 minutes. I hated that.
Oh, God, I'm up the wall.
You're such a hater. No, that's such a good song.
But it doesn't even work for him no more.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, babyface or tweener Moxley. Yeah, but he needs to come up with a different for his heel entrance. So
But Ricky Vaughn was the ultimate heel.
that's
and
true.
face.
He was a straight up heel.
Yes.
Yeah.
You uncultured swine, you two. Well, not really you, JFB. You finally got it right, but
What the hell?
I bought my dad a Ricky Vaughn jersey for Father's Day.
yeah.
So, autographed by Charlie Sheen.
Oh, I hope that it's in a case that your dad never touches. Don't.
Well, it's in the case. Yeah, it's already enclosed. I touched it with. I did not touch it with my bare hands.
Oh no.
Yeah.
One of the greatest fictional athletes of all time.
Yep. Absolutely.
Major League One better than Major League Two. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
All day.
All right, let's go to our next match. Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Mr. Isaacs, you go first. Who are you taking?
So I've heard some rumblings that Hayter might be dealing with an injury.
Yep.
And because of that alone, I'm going to pick Tony Storm.
Okay. Canada Dry, your turn. Who are you going with?
Yes, there's this rumor that she's injured, and they had her get beat up on Dynamite or Rampage by the Outcasts to kind of like further this along. So I think this will be the retribution that Storm gets from the way she lost the title to begin with.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Tony Storm.
Okay. Canada Dry going with Tony Storm. DollyWood, baby.
At the same, yeah. I think that Jamie Hayter is genuinely injured. She's got to lose her belt because of it. Because they're not gonna do another Thunder Rosa.
No, they're definitely not going to do another Thunder Rosa.
No more interim titles. Let's not do that.
Rosa's
And this also
word.
helps Tony Storm,
Right?
Because she didn't even get to have a legit belt. It's just a retroactive. Yeah, it was a legit belt because we say it is. So
She's
her
been
getting
good.
to actually hold it as the 2-time champion is kind of cool.
Yeah. Listen, I know for a fact that Tony Storm is going to win because it sets up perfectly for Jamie Hayter to get back into shape, recover from injury for All In London, and that would be one hell of a smash to watch those two actually go at it in a legitimate match. Because I think Alex Haney said, "I fear this will be a squash match." I think it's going to be two. I don't see it going very long. I think it's going to be about a 5-6 minute match. Just so you don't do any more damage to her. So that's when I'm taking Tony Storm.
But I want to see how they're going to get Saraya to get the belt at All In. So let's just see what they do to come out at the end of that.
That'd be interesting, unless they change the belts at All Out and then they have the Saraya match at All In.
Or they can get the belt back on Hayter in time for All In.
Yeah.
I would love to see Saraya turn on Tony.
No, guess we love him so much though.
Very interesting. Joseph Graham decided to pipe in. Joseph, we love you. Look, I know you're all in a faction, but man, some dissension and picks would be nice.
Hey, but we all know, like, we're not dumb. So
Yeah,
I'm
we're
the
not dumb.
only dumb one that's like, well, I wish they'd win, but they're not gonna. So
We're just going to start saying we are Negan, like on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saviors.
We are Negan.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. We're going to the Blackjack Battle Royale. 20 some odd competitors. It's for the international belt. Canada Dry, you go first. Who is coming out on top?
Wait, so have we all picked exactly the same whole show? We got to bet on this. We might be just canceling each other out.
That's true.
So I'm going with Jay White on this one.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think Jay White is too big of a star not to have his moment on this pay-per-view. And Orange Cassidy has had an amazing run, and it's for him to lose it this way would be a way of not hurting his star power so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Dollywood, who are you going with?
Okay, I was trying to pull up the list of everybody because there's 21 people. How are we supposed to know all of them?
I will
This
give
could be
you
the bet decider, right?
yeah.
Do what now?
This could be the bet deciders that we had.
The bet decider. That's true. Okay. Obviously, I want Orange Cassidy to win. I want Orange Cassidy to win everything. I want him to own all of the belts and just walk around with the giant Jan Sport just packed to the brim with all of these belts. I think that tonight is the night that he loses them. God, there's so many people in this darn match.
Yeah. We have Orange Cassidy, Ricky Starks, The Butcher, The Blade, Bandito, Commander, Lee Moriarty, Big Bill, Ari Daivari, Tony Nese, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, Kip Sabian, Ray Phoenix, Penta El Zero Miedo, Swerve Strickland, Brian Cage, Jay White, Juice Robinson, Keith Lee, and Dustin Rhodes.
I mean, there are some people in here that ain't got no business being in the ring, period, much less in this 21-man match. I'm trying so hard. How the heck did Dustin Rhodes and Keith Lee get picked for this? Were they finally like, oh, wait, we only got 19? Okay.
Well, Keith Lee, he's gonna kick some ass tonight.
Yeah.
Do what now?
Keith Lee is gonna kick some ass tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's always in a kick. Like, he's amazing. But like, come on. Who I would really, really love to see this belt on would be Lee Moriarty. I'm a big fan of his. I think that he deserves a bigger push than what he's getting. I don't think he's actually going to get it, but that's who I want to get it.
Yes, but who do you want? That's who
I want. That's who I'm picking. Okay.
Yeah, oh, you're going with him. Wow.
Yes. Damn.
Okay.
Yes.
You know who I would like, even though I'm not going to pick him, is Swerve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swerve.
Swerve would be a good pick. It's damn time he gets something for what he's doing lately. Evan Expert, who is your pick?
Guys, it's blatantly obvious here that Commander is going to win. Okay. No, I mean,
Boy, I can't wait to get that Kentucky whiskey.
I'm with Aaron. I want to see Jay White, and I think it's a strong possibility since they've got him in this feud with Orange Cassidy. But with that said, I still think Orange Cassidy is going to retain here.
Okay.
So everyone picking different. This is a big one.
I hope you're right. No, I hope that Isaac is. I never get it right. I hope you're right. But.
That always throws me off too. I don't know.
Yeah.
JFB, who you picking?
Here's who I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Orange Cassidy, and here's the reason why. I think Orange Cassidy, for what he's done for that championship, you should not lose in a battle royale where you don't get pinned. Like, I just don't like the taste. I think Jay White has the best chance of winning, but I'd love to see Orange Cassidy get it and then lose it at Forbidden Door or lose it at All Out, when he can get pinned, because originally I thought this was just going to be a contenders match to see who takes on Orange Cassidy. I misheard, and so I'm like, whoa, crap. Orange Cassidy is actually in this match. That changes everything. So let's go to our next match for the TNT title. It's Wardlow versus Christian. Mr. Expert, you go first.
It's going to be Wardlow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this will be a good match. Christian can pull a great match out of anybody. It's going to be kind of a showcase match for Wardlow where he can show his power moves, and Christian's going to sell the hell out of him.
Yeah.
It's going to be Wardlow. Luchasaurus will get involved. Wardlow will beat him up too. Wardlow goes over.
Yeah. Okay. Dollywood, your turn.
Yeah, I want this to be Wardlow versus Luchasaurus, but unfortunately, that's not what it is. So maybe he'll, whip Christian's butt, and then he'll be able to go on and beat Luchasaurus, or maybe Luchasaurus will get it. I'd be fine either way, honestly. But yeah, he's definitely going to beat Christian. There's no doubt about it. There's no way that Christian's little body can handle a power bomb symphony.
Yeah, that's true. Canada Dry, who you going with?
I'm going with the big bad Wardlow. I'm excited for this match. I want to see Wardlow in a high profile match like this with the ladder match. I think that it's going to be a fun match.
Yeah. I'm going to go and be the only dissenting voice here in this Supreme Court of predictions. I'm going with Christian because I think it would be nice to see Christian get one more title run in wrestling before he finally hangs up, because he's coming close. He's getting injured a lot more.
JFB, what are you booking? This title needs to stay on someone for a bit.
Yeah, well, he'll stay on him. He'll duck and dodge, and then eventually Wardlow will either challenge him for a rematch.
Christian Cage is the used car salesman of AEW. Like he can manipulate people into doing what he wants.
Oh, I love it. You want to sign here?
Heel Christian is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's amazing, but he's a used car salesman.
That's more QT Marshall. That's a used car salesman.
No, he's just scum. He's like the guy that's like, "You want a Rolex?" and it ain't even right.
It's still warm and it still has hair in the band.
QT Marshall's the guy that tries to sell you like a Bitcoin scheme.
Yes.
Oh man! All right, let's go.
Leave it right back then.
Let's go to our tag team championship match: FTR versus Double J, J-E, double F, J-A-R, double R-E, double T. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Mark Briscoe will be, in fact, the enforcer / calling it down the middle as the special referee. Canada Dry, you go first.
I think this is going to be a classic, old school, fun, retro, old WWF style match, and it's just gonna be enjoyable. I'm looking forward to this match, and obviously FTR wins, but the process to get to that pin is going to be entertaining.
Yep, absolutely. DollyWood, your turn.
I agree. This is going to be one of the best matches of the night. I don't care who wins. I think the FTR is going to win. But honestly, like I'm so excited to see Briscoe like be in there and see like how they can like pull the wool over his eyes, since he's like, supposed to be friends with everybody, even though he's kind of turning on people now, and like we don't really know what's going on with him. Is he like working everybody? Like I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah.
There's so many possibilities for it. I'm so excited. But
Mr.
I'm thinking
Mr. Isaacs, you're the expert. Who are you picking?
Dixie Carter wins because she's mentioned on television in 2023.
Yeah.
No, but I think this is going to be a fun tag team match. I'm kind of with Canada Dry here. I think this is going to be kind of an old school feeling tag match, especially with Jarrett in there and with Jay Lethal, who has a lot of respect for the old school as well.
Yeah.
FTR is definitely going to go over, but this is going to be a really fun match. I'm looking forward to it. Glad Mark Briscoe's there. I assume that Satnam Singh or somebody is going to try to get involved. Maybe Karen. Maybe he'll forearm Karen in the face again like he did on Dynamite. Yeah, FTR wins.
I love how Karen worked herself into the faction now. She's
just showed up and she's like, Jeff, I want to talk to your manager.
I think Kurt Angle comes out and there's an angle slam.
Now. They're blowing through too much money. Those guitars aren't cheap.
No, they're not. Those guitars they're smashing are not cheap for sure. All I gotta say is this: it's FTR. This is going to be a classic, old school Memphis / Smoky Mountain / Mid-South tag match. It's going to have absolutely everything that you could possibly want in a match. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. I think we get to see Black Machismo in this match. I think because of the whole Impact name, he's going to come out as Black Machismo.
That would rock the house.
I feel it right here. When he just comes out in Black Machismo, I'm gonna my heart's gonna beat a little bit extra because I love Black Machismo. Oh, whew.
Anything that's a Macho Man tribute, being a Kentuckian,
Yeah,
I gotta go for it.
exactly. So we got one match left, and that, of course, is the main event of the evening when we are talking about the four pillars, the four homegrowns, the four homeboys, the guys responsible for AEW being where it is today. We have Sammy Guevara, the Spanish sexy god. We have Jungle Boy. We have Darby Allin, the human crash test dummy, who, by the way, is going to actually climb Mount Everest. I'd like to know who's sponsoring him.
And did you see? He is actually making a will and last will and testimony just in case.
Yeah,
That's a smart move.
We all know Tony Hawk is sponsoring him, his very best buddy in the whole wide world.
yeah. Because last I checked, it costs anywhere from $600 to almost $1 million to climb Mount Everest. And you usually need a sponsor. So I would love to see who's sponsoring this guy, because I need them to fund a movie as well. Because I'll go up there with him and I'll film him climbing Everest. That's all I got to say. And then, of course, our champion, he is the AEW World's Heavyweight Champion. He is probably one of the greatest heels in professional wrestling today. He is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He's better than all of you, and you know it.
I know it.
MJF. I know it. He's better than me by like that much.
Better, much better than DollyWood.
The hell you say?
I know you just hate him, so I just have to say.
Dude, and the people that wear those darn shirts that say better than you. No, you'd be better than me if you wore some damn deodorant. That's what you'd be better than.
Wait, are you saying you don't wear deodorant? Is that how
I do.
Alex Haney wants to know, do I have any Mid-South tapes? I actually do have some old school Mid-South, and I still have a few Smoky Mountain Wrestling VHS tapes as well. So I was cleaning out my house. I found all my ECW tapes. I found all the stuff I used to do when I tape traded all the time. And then he's cheating because he's going to wear the Andre the Giant boots to help him climb. Very well, it could be the fact that could be the case. Hey! Delivery. Where's my?
He's just doing some waiter
Oh,
stuff
got the
there.
American Nightmare
My
cup.
Cody
Nice.
cup.
Did he
So
know
let's
whether
go-
he needed that, or he was just being kind?
Oh, I text him and ask him for some Sprite and vodka.
She's already tailgating, ladies and gentlemen. She's already tailgating.
What a guy delivering stuff to you and during a podcast. That's
Oh, my
awesome.
baby. Oh my goodness, he's amazing. Oh,
All right.
he's gonna lose.
DollyWood. DollyWood, who are you taking in this match?
This is another one of those. Who do I want to pick versus who? Okay, I'm actually. You'd have to be an idiot not to pick MJF.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way. Like, how would any of them fools beat him? He cheats at everything.
Mhm.
I mean, you could have anybody come in there. It could be a 21 versus MJF, and he's still going to come in there and figure out some kind of way to cheat. He's got that stupid tacky pinky ring, like he's a part of the mafia that doesn't exist, and he's just like,
Oh, you're a legit intern.
All of our interns are legit, pal. Okay. Let's
Yeah,
not disparage the
Graham.
hard work.
What are you saying? We have fake interns? What the hell is this?
my intern's much better at his job than any of the rest of these interns because
That's
this is
true,
a
yeah.
That you're
beautiful-
probably
One of our
right.
interns right here, Mecha Godzilla.
I
I've
could
never gotten a
Godzilla.
drink by my interns. Like, come on.
Yeah, we got Fruit Cat. He's the head of the interns. He's in charge of the interns.
Yes.
I just don't like who else could possibly, like between the three of them, who could possibly have a run like this? Darby's great, but Darby's going to Mount Everest, or what is that? What is that the one he's?
It's in a year, though.
I think he's doing
His-
it next
His
year.
drink is way
Yeah.
stronger than I was expecting it to be.
Intern's doing his job.
I know that intern knows what happens after this. Never mind. This is the family one. Never mind.
Hi-yo.
Oh.
Save it for the wedding night.
Been a while since I got to do a hi-yo on here, so thank you for that.
Sammy Guevara, there's no way that he's gonna win. Jungle Boy could not promo himself out of a wet paper bag And I would love to see it on Darby. If I had to pick between the four of them, I would pick Darby, but that's just not a logical choice.
Yeah.
He's great. They're all great in their own way, but there's no way that Cheater McCheaty Pants isn't gonna win.
Cheater McCheaty Pants. That's going on a t-shirt. Mr. Expert, who's taking the belt home?
It's going to be MJF. I mean, these other three, they're great in their own way. None of them are ready to be the world champion. They're just not. I think the one closest to it out of those three would be Darby.
Yeah.
But he's not there yet either in my eyes. MJF is carrying this company right now with his promo work, with his look, with the hype that he produces online. I don't see any reason to take it off of him to give it to one of these other three guys. It's got to be MJF.
Okay. Canada Dry. Who you taking, big guy?
I'm taking Maxwell Jacob Friedman. This guy is like the F1 expert said, he's carrying the company, and these guys aren't ready yet. Yeah, I agree. Darby is probably the closest, but he just doesn't feel like a world champion. Like he's small. I don't think that would be a good choice. I think the biggest star of the three would probably be Jungle Boy.
Okay.
Aaron's big on the Jungle Boy.
Yeah, he likes Jungle Boy. He does. You know, I love heels. I always have, and I always will. In fact, when I die, my tombstone is going to say the greatest heel of all time in AFW. I love heels champions the best, and MJF right now is the best heel champion in wrestling, period. Nobody gets close to cutting promos like he does. Cheater Pants.
Cheater Pants.
Yeah, he's freaking awesome. Sammy's nowhere close to being ready for a main title run. Jungle Boy, not even close. I think in another 4 or 5 years, maybe, but Darby Allin's ready. I think he's ready right now. And I think it's when it comes down to it, the last two guys in the ring that there's going to determine this match is going to be Darby Allin. It's going to be Darby Allin throwing him in the salt of the earth, and then MJF's going to reverse it and is going to get it that way. Because I think this is something I'd like to see as a rematch. I want to see this feud between those two guys go at it, and get rid of Sting. He doesn't need Sting anymore. But yeah, so I'm going with MJF as well, just because, I'm part of the tribe. He is too. Us Jew guys have to stay together. Well, I'm Jewish and he's Jew. So, we have to stick together as cohesive glue. We can't let them tear us apart. Damn it.
So is Goldberg in your crew too?
No, he's not. He's no.
He's a Jew.
That Fran Drescher is my Lord and Savior, Fran Drescher.
Yes, Fran Drescher, welcome. Bill Goldberg, you're not there because you kicked Bret the Hitman Hart in the head, and that automatically disqualifies you from being a member of the tribe, if you will. Guys, we are out of time. Holy crap, we have done it. We have selected all the winners. Now you can go ahead. And you can go ahead and go to DraftKings.com and put in these bets. And if you win, you owe all of us a 5% VIG to each of us. So you win $100, $5, goes to, Canada Dry, $5 to Dolly, $5 to the F1 Expert, and then $5 to the JFB as our VIG, because you don't want the JFB knocking on your door saying, "Where's our money?"
He learned from the best.
Remember, it's James Falcone, not Falcon.
Yeah. Anyways, Canada Dry, you have anything to add before we go into our whole rigmarole?
I just want everyone to click, like, and subscribe. You know how you like stuff like that?
Yeah.
And make the sound effects when you do it.
I'm doing it right now. Oh, that felt good. I click like and I'll click subscribe.
Yeah. Hold on. Get that sound effects going when I'm pushing them to do this. That's great.
Next week, sound effect. I'm just saying right now, we're going to have sound effects on the show. So, guys, if you want to find a way to get in touch with us, talk to us, converse with us, have questions for us, you want to see baby pictures of the JFB, there's only one way to go about doing it. There's only one way to go about doing that. That's go to effingwrestling.com. After you scroll down for about 15 or 20 minutes until we revamp our homepage, you'll get all the way down there and you'll see all our social media links. But if you're lazy like the JFB is, I hardly ever go to our website unless I'm revamping it. So if you just go to the freaking description below, it's right there in the YouTube. YouTube.com/effing wrestling. It's right there. All our social media links, including the connection to get to your w.gg when you enter in the code effing wrestling and get 10% off. So click like, click subscribe, click share. If there's a button that can be pushed, by God, you should be pushing it. Now, if you like old school wrestling, and I know that you do, and you want to support Adrian Adonis, who has an episode, by the way, coming up on the Dark Side of Wrestling from the now bankrupt Vice channel, you can go ahead and get this t-shirt, the adorable Adrian Adonis t-shirt, and you can get it in only one place. ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get this and about another 15 shirts, all about Adrian Adonis. Now, if you want to support the show, and when we say the show, we mean all our shows, the All Effing Wrestling Show, the Magic of Wrestling. You want to help out with the Wrestling with the Paranormal. You want to do Dynamite After Dark. There's only one place to show how much you care, besides sending us money in the mail, which, is suspicious.
What a dated sentence. Just Venmo us.
Yeah, Venmo us, Cash App. I take PayPal.
PayPal.
Yeah, we take it all. But you can walk around your mall. You can walk around in, your local shopping center and grocery store, and you can get one of these t-shirts, or say the effing wrestling t-shirt. All you need to do is go to ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. We have a buttload. And when I say buttload, I mean a buttload of shirts. There's a shirt for freaking everybody. So, Pro Wrestling Tees, go to our website. On behalf of Canada Dry, DollyWood, baby, the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs, I am the JFB.
And remember to just keep fighting.
Oh yeah, hit it. Where is it? I lost our thing. Oh, there it is.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.